More than 100,000 Americans die from a drug overdose every year, and one of the driving factors is a powerful narcotic known as fentanyl. It's used to treat patients with severe chronic pain, like advanced cancer patients. But it's also being mixed into illegal drugs. And now there's a way to test for fentanyl. As the Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin explains, it will soon be legal here in Georgia. Beth explains more.
Fentanyl test strips have been considered drug paraphernalia for years, but they're now legal in nearly half of U.S. states, and they will be legal here in Georgia starting July 1st. Fentanyl test strips can detect a powerful and lethal additive to pills and drugs that you can't taste or see or smell. Mojan Zaras, chief executive officer of the nonprofit Atlanta Harm Reduction Coalition, says Georgia's move to legalize these strips as of July 1st comes as fatal drug overdoses tied to fentanyl-laced drugs are rising.
You got to remember, fentanyl is a very potent drug. It's like 100 times more potent than something like morphine.
In 2020, the CDC says about 92,000 Americans died from a drug overdose, and more than half of those fatalities involved synthetic opioids, primarily fentanyl. It's being mixed into street drugs like heroin and increasingly to counterfeit prescription pills.
The reality is, in the black market, you're not sure exactly what you're getting. These may be truly prescription pills that may not have fentanyl in them, or these may be pills that have been mimicked as if these are prescription pills but do have fentanyl in them.
Zaras says using the strips, which cost less than $1 a piece, is simple.
So basically, when a drug user get their drugs ready, meaning they have the powder, they have already mixed it with water and all of that stuff, and it's ready to be used, they can stick the strip in there, and if the pink line comes on, it's as easy as that. Then it will indicate that it has fentanyl in there.
To test pills, she says you have to dissolve one in water and create a solution.
If you just put the strip on the pill itself, it won't be able to absorb anything to indicate fentanyl is in there. But if they do take one of those Xanax, for example, and drop it in a little bit of water and make it into a solution and then stick the strip in there, then yes.
And she hopes that once these strips are legal, they'll be easier to find.
For now, you can get them from nonprofit organizations such as us and just, dip it in there. Make sure there's no fentanyl in there, because it does not worth losing your life over it.
And the Georgia Department of Public Health sounding the alarm about fentanyl overdoses, saying that this spring, between February and mid-March, over a 6-week period, 66 people in Georgia ended up in the emergency department because of a drug overdose linked to fentanyl. For your Fox Medical Team, I'm Beth Galvin.